What's up? This is Jalen Johnson, cornerback of the Chicago Bears, and you're watching my boys, the Bears Mafia, on the Beardown Breakdown, right here on Beardown 24/7.
It's the Beardown Breakdown. All up in your face now. Beardown Breakdown. Shake the whole lake down. It's the Beardown Breakdown. All up in your face now. Beardown Breakdown. Shake the whole lake down. It's the Beardown Breakdown. All up in your face now. Beardown Breakdown. Shake the whole lake down. It's the Beardown Breakdown. All up in your face now. Beardown Breakdown. Get down, lay down. We can talk modern era, we can talk throwback, but when we talk this real talk, chump, we don't hold back. These other guys love to lie, bruh, we don't promote that. Mo facts, mo stacks, Mr. Clean, no cap. Switch the whole game on them like a trick play. Competition going missing, no sick day. It's big bears bearing down in a big way, shaking the lake for the monsters of the midway. It's the Beardown Breakdown. All up in your face now. Beardown Breakdown. Shake the whole lake down. It's the Beardown Breakdown. All up in your face now. Beardown Breakdown. Shake the whole lake down. It's the Beardown Breakdown. All up in your face now. Beardown Breakdown. Shake the whole lake down. It's the Beardown Breakdown. All up in your face now. Beardown Breakdown. Get down, lay down.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Beardown Breakdown. This is our season finale show tonight, so lots of topics to get around the horn and discuss. We're going to go ahead and introduce everybody real quick. We have Jason Mallardino. I just read your name.
Yes, I'd like to dedicate the show to Lovey Smith for giving us the number one pick.
Best win Lovey ever gave us, Mr. Chicago Marlon Williams.
Chicago, what up, man? Beardown, man. Appreciate that, Lovey. Appreciate the love, man.
Our guy Gil is in the house.
Hey, just want to give a shout out to Lovey Smith. Thank you very much for helping us down. We know you're a bear at heart.
And company man Adam is checking in.
You guys need to get off Lovey Smith's nuts, all right? We did it ourselves. We did it ourselves, baby.
We did it ourselves. Missing a couple people tonight. I know Leon's on the road working. He's going to try to pop in later. If anybody's seen John McNabb, please point him in the direction of the Beardown Breakdown. We would love to have him on this evening. And Brandon and Steven, y'all some motherfuckers for never showing up on the show. So,
hey, Mike, quick question. Did we know for a fact if John watched the last episode?
John did watch it. Yes, I got confirmation. John watched it. He saw the impersonation.
Oh, he didn't say anything. I didn't see him say nothing about it.
I know what we need to do. We need to put a beam here, so he knows where to go, because apparently that purple beam. Yeah, the little gay thing they do in Sacramento.
Yeah,
so
the little gay King's beam.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
had an elevator in an office. He'd know where we were.
Get it. Jump into the comments real quick. I got one comment that's from Melvin Griffin. Melvin, I just want to say, since this is our season finale, I know we've picked on you quite a bit this year, so from the bottom of my heart, I want to say this. Fuck you, Melvin.
Yeah.
So let's
I
go.
can't really be mad at them at this point. So at least they took it there. Yeah,
I do appreciate them for what they did. So let's get started. And normally this is where we talk about last week's game and yada yada. Listen, last week's game didn't mean shit. There ain't shit to talk about. It was a bad fucking game. It was ugly.
Beautiful game. Beautiful.
Yeah, the guy that bags my groceries at Walmart, he was out there playing quarterback. We're not even going to talk about it. It ain't worth talking about. The Vikings still suck. You're going to get your ass beat.
Don't talk about Kirk Cousins like that.
Yeah.
They're getting their asses whooped by the Giants the first damn playoff.
They're going to take an ass whooping. So I want to jump into some other Bears topics. This is, like I said, the end of the road for us this season. We will be back for free agency. We will be back for the draft, and we may do a live show during night one of the draft. So we'll see how that goes, except for Adam, because Adam's got to go get tickets to go to the draft, fucker.
Hey, listen, I'm thinking about going, too. It's going to be in Kansas City.
Who the hell's going to do this live show then? Just me? What the fuck? What, Jason, you going too? Like, what are we doing here?
I'm planning on going to Kansas City actually to see a game, or New Orleans. I don't know. I got to depend on on situations of
What
my
day is the draft,
financial.
on a
It'll be
Thursday, or
April.
what day is it on?
Thursday.
Thursday.
I mean, I'm going to tell you for experience, it's fun. I've been to one, so it's fun because they had it in Philly, so I did it.
I've never
the
been
Mitch
to one
year.
Oh, oof.
Yeah, well, you're
I actually saw. I didn't go up there. I've tried to, but just with where I live and stuff, it was just a hassle to get up there to Center City. But I saw Cohen get drafted live. That's where I was. Just the third day of the fourth round and stuff. So
Listen,
it's
I
like
would
fun.
Mallardino,
had
you
the
are,
damn police escort me
you
out.
are allowed to go to a draft every
Yeah,
year.
he had his Dolphins cup at the draft.
Listen, if I would have went to that draft,
That was before
that
pre-Dolphin
year we
Cup.
drafted Mitch, trust me, I would have got escorted out the goddamn building by the security and police.
Oh,
right,
dude, I would have gotten into fights if I was there live. Like I remember watching that, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I was all
I would
pissed
have
off.
ran up on stage. Y'all have lost y'all motherfucking mind.
Y'all ain't gonna do shit.
In true Beardown breakdown fashion, we are off topic before we even got to the topic. This is.
But anyways, yeah, go. It's fun. So.
Our guy Willie Glow, what's going on? Love you too, Willie.
Willie.
Melvin's going to the 2024 draft. I think I'm going to go to that one too, maybe since it's close. Anyway,
yeah, maybe we'll talk about that because that's
in Detroit.
Where's that one at? Have they said where it's at or no?
That's in sunny old Detroit. So
4-hour drive. I'll be there.
So let's go ahead and start with something we beat to death, but I guess it is the quote unquote big news, and it's not really Bears related. Roquan Smith gets a deal. Let's get everybody's thoughts on this.
Who gives
real
a
quick.
shit?
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that. Just save your take for when we get to you, Adam.
I already gave it. Go ahead.
All right. He said that's my whole take. Jason, thoughts?
Kind of with Adam, who gives a shit. I've kind of passed it, but it's going to be interesting what the Ravens are going to do because you dumped essentially. Me and Mike were talking about. We don't know the details, so I don't know if it's front loaded or whatever. But let's say, just for argument's sake, it's $20 million per year, like which non-contracts are like that. But how they're going to sign Lamar? Like, what's their quarterback situation going to be? I think it's dumb. I thought it was an interesting trade proposal, which I told Mike, and they would be signing a trade. But what if they traded Lamar to the Raiders for Derek Carr? So that way they would have a quarterback. Both teams would get a quarterback, and But of course, I don't know if the Raiders can even afford Lamar. So, but yeah, hey, he got his money. Congratulations. I personally think the numbers people posted around, but the Ravens, it's a little inflated if you actually look at the teams. They played the sure thing, Russell Wilson, and you know how he's been this year. And then if they play teams like I think Mitch Trubisky's Pittsburgh one game. So let's just put it this way: they haven't played juggernaut offenses for those stats to be. I'm not saying inflated, and not saying Rowe doesn't make an impact, but I just don't think the awful ball linebackers go win you a Super Bowl. So that's just me. But hey, good luck, Ravens.
All right, let's. You know what? I'm going to go out of order because normally it would be Marlon. Let's get Adams out of the way. Adam, what's your thought?
Yeah, like I said, it doesn't really matter to me one way or the other. I like Roquan Smith as a player, but good for him. He got the money, apparently the money that he wanted. We don't really know what he was wanting from us, but he got his wish. He got to leave. He got to get paid. He's thriving on a pretty good defense. So, I mean, good for him. I wish him all the best, but going forward, Roquan Smith's the enemy. It is what it is.
Love that attitude. Gil.
Well, my thoughts on this is, okay, you know what? He fits their defense. Good for him. He got his money. I agree with everybody else. He didn't fit our defense. So, I mean, I can understand he didn't exceed in. It was a new defense. He didn't meet their record. I mean, he didn't fit our design. So, to me, I mean, you know what? Best of luck. But I see the reason why we didn't offer him. Ravens are going to take a gamble, like Jason said, but we don't know what's going to happen, how they play, against, higher quality teams. We'll find out. But those are my thoughts.
Personally, I hope they're one and done.
Well, best of luck to him as well, but he didn't fit into our future plans.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't hope they're one and done. No offense, Raven fans. But,
Next year we'll find out. We'll see how good he plays.
Let's kick it over to Marlon over there. I see that whiteboard in the background too.
Yeah, I'm happy for later in the show. But a couple of things. One, we can truly say now that Saint Omni got him some goddamn Saint money, basically. So,
we still don't know who he is.
Two, I would say, again, what we said earlier after the trade happened with Rowe, obviously, best of luck to him. I love Rowe. I love what he done for us. But at this point in time and where we are in terms of this rebuild, we just wasn't in the position to have an off the ball linebacker be our highest paid player on the team. It just wasn't in our plans right now, because had we already pretty much locked in some all-world talent around him or even on the offensive side, then yeah, I can see that being a deal that we could have possibly made. But quite frankly, if you think about it, I mean, he's in a better position to contend with a better team that's more suitable for his style of play. And with them being in the playoffs, obviously they got a divisional playoff game coming up this week against the Bengals again. So, best of luck to him for that. But I mean, yeah, we had the money, but it wouldn't have been very smart for us to have made that deal. And again, we talked about this in our chat about how we don't know what the ins and outs contractually were stating in the contract that he probably didn't quite like, or Poles didn't quite like, or it just that meeting ground, just they couldn't get to that median point. And so it is what it is. Best of luck to him. He was a great linebacker for us for the 5 years we had him. But I mean, yeah, we got to put our money elsewhere because we have too many goddamn holes to fill, and filling that one hole with him just wasn't going to get us to a place where we wanted to be, but at least, moving us forward in the rebuilding stages that we're currently in right now. It probably was going to slow the process down a lot more, giving him all that money and then not having very much money left to give other players in other spots. So 5 years, $100 million, up to $65 million guaranteed. Hey man, I'm guessing that's what he wanted. So he got what he wanted, and best of luck to him. But now they're in a shitty situation with Lamar Jackson, because Lamar, I honestly don't think Lamar is going to take that fucking franchise tag. He's going to actually be traded.
So I'll give my take real quick. Couple different things. I'm personally tired of talking about Roquan Smith, but we did talk about it. We've talked about it.
So let's make it a topic of the show, Mike.
Hold on. Here's why I did this, because if reports are true, the report I read was we offered him $95 million for 5 years. He didn't like the backloaded deal. I'm almost guaranteeing you that when this contract comes out with the Ravens, it's a backloaded deal. I could almost promise you. That's the only way that they're even going to consider or be able to bring back Lamar, is they're going to have to backload the shit out of Roquan's deal. Guaranteed money was hefty, but it wasn't fully guaranteed. My honest opinion, and this is just me, and I honestly, I wasn't in the room, so I can only speculate. I think Roquan Smith and the Chicago Bears situation humbled him enough to the point that he realized that was probably the best he was going to fucking get, and he settled. That's how I feel about it. So
yeah, I mean that too. Yeah.
So
I think his biggest sticker was the and now we don't know what the clauses were, but he did make a point of the clauses were an issue with him. So I don't know. I'm not going to say he was right. I'm not going to say the Bears were right, because we don't know what the clauses were. Like we could
say, we don't know what the clauses are now in the current contract with Baltimore, because Baltimore could have smartened the fuck up and put some of those clauses in there too. And he
maybe not.
His back would have been against the wall. I have a choice but to take it down, because
let's just put it this way: Rowe was no Boy Scout. So let's just put that out there. He was no Boy Scout. He missed games. I'm not, but he was not a Boy Scout. He did some stuff that the Doherty's, if you're looking at the Bear, you knew behind the scenes that he did some, like we still to this day don't know what happened at 19 when he just disappeared.
What happened last offseason.
Right. And that,
but that hasn't been resurfaced at any point in time. So
but he also was in the middle of a pandemic on a boat, not giving a shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and from what I'm reading, there was some other stuff that never came to light. But listen, it is what it is. Again, we don't know what the clauses were. It could have been something simple like, if you don't show up for an unreasonable reason, you're going to get docked. And he was like, no. Like we don't know that.
And I
Or
do
it could
think
have been, or it could have been like
was back was the shit he posted on social media about how he felt the organization was
but
disrespecting him or not valuing him. That I think that to me gave Pose the indication of, you know what, I'm not finna sit up here and go tip tapping.
Right, he's not professional.
And I'm not going to blame him on the flip side.
So, yeah.
I mean, on the flip side, it could have been the Bears being unreasonable. Like he had to get like 250 tackles, you know, and when he was 35 or wherever it was, you know. So, like I said, I'm not going to say he was wrong. I'm not saying the Bears were wrong. I think that was the big stickler. It happened. Shit happened. We got a second round pick basically out of it. You know, we didn't trade Claypool because
second and fifth round pick.
Yeah, so it is what it is. So
before I move on, I want to give a shout out to a couple people. Willie, we see you, we love you. Simon, and I'm not even gonna try to butcher your last name, but Simon's always tuning in. We appreciate you, Simon. Our guy Greg Rice. Greg Rice is on every damn show in these comments. I appreciate you, Greg.
And just so everybody knows, Melvin Griffin would love to have Jack Sanborn on the
Of course he does.
Yes, actually, Melvin has a Jack Sanborn jersey. He just don't tell anybody. Our guy Robert Argo, I appreciate you too. You've been here for I think every show, so thank you. Invite your friends, man. Share this. Let everybody see what we're doing here, and going into next year, we can get a lot more eyes on this, and hopefully have more people on the show. So let's move on to the next topic. I picked all the ones we've been talking about all damn day and all damn week.
What's up, Alvin D. Butler?
Who?
Oh,
what?
Huh?
Who? Oh, what?
He's here.
This big head ass mother.
You're probably here to talk some playoff shit.
That's all right.
One and done.
You know what?
Listen, he won't be talking much playoff shit the next couple of days, so don't worry about it. Don't get too goddamn high.
They can have their little bit of fun.
But yeah, we got Alvin. You just go ahead and throw your comments in there, and I'll just keep making fun of you. Let's move on to the next topic. With the number 1 pick in the NFL draft, the Chicago Bears. Finish the sentence. What do you want to see us do? There's a lot of trade back. There's a lot of make a pick, and there's even some draft a quarterback. So let's talk about what we want us to do, Jason.
Obviously, trade back. The combination of my goal is to get a first round pick at 24. So, but don't drop too far down. Which that's the dream. We'll see. Yeah, I believe I'm the big believer in trading back because everyone got to trade like Anderson and Carter, but this is a very good defensive draft. So I think you still can get quality players later, even if you're picking like, let's say 15 or 16. So I say trade back, get what you can. And the fastest way to get through this hell of a rebuild is, and hopefully he pulls us his job right, is gather draft picks, hit on your guys, and go on from there.
Okay, so before I move on to the next guy, I have to apologize because I did skip another viewer that watches all the time. I want to apologize for 2 things actually. Jason Wolf chimed in with no shout out for Wolf's big brother. Damn. I'm sorry I left you out, Jason. I'm also sorry you're related to Adam. So
not as sorry as he is.
So guys, we appreciate
we see who got the looks in the family. It's not Adams.
It definitely wasn't Adam.
We look a lot alike. So
they actually do look. It's almost
yeah,
scary.
they do.
Yeah, I've seen pictures. Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost scary. So let's keep it going.
I wonder who's funnier.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Probably Jason.
Gil, what's your thought?
Name?
I think we can get. I'm a little bit similar on Jason, but not to go that down in the draft. So I would say probably go down 4 to the 7th spot and see if we can possibly acquire also a first round 2024 pick. But that's as far as I would go as well. Because if you kind of go a little bit lower, I think you start to lose the potential to still get a quality player. We know probably Anderson and Carter probably be possibly gone. I've always said maybe Brian Broussais or Miles Murphy will still be around, and which I think they would be, a good fit for us. So, those are my thoughts on there.
All right, so let's go over Adam.
I don't think there's any scenario where we don't trade back. Something I think catastrophic would have to happen, or some deal might not go through, or whatever, right up until draft day. Hopefully, we can get it done a lot sooner than that. But I think if we trade back and we're somewhere, say in like the top 8, I think there's still good defensive line that we can go after. I think if we're pushed back past like 10, I think offensive line. I think that's probably going to be the ticket because you're still going to get a top tier tackle. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what kind of haul we can get. I'm not like for certain that we're even going to get quite the haul that we want, but because the number 1 pick is really scary for a lot of people to trade up for. They have to really want something, and I think there's not just that super we need this, we got to go all the way to 1 to get it. I don't think there's that guy in this draft, but yeah, we'll just have to wait and see.
I'd say the best case scenario, we talked about this, is that one quarterback. This one quarterback is like that guy, because I think there's 1 or 2, right? Supply and demand, right? So
definitely.
Well,
you
did
definitely
see.
want to be one of those teams that gets one of those 2 quarterbacks.
Bryce Young.
But my point is, if let's say 2 quarterbacks are around the same grade, theoretically, somebody could go to the Cards.
Yeah,
and
I don't necessarily know you're going to find a team that's willing to give up the rest of their future just to go get that guy either.
Well,
Teams get desperate, Adam. That happens every year.
The Colts already announced they're going.
We got to do it right. We got to do it right because we're never going to have the number 1 pick ever again.
No, the one thing I saw today that I found interesting, and I didn't really realize it until I read it, and it could be beneficial to us. C.J. Stroud is not declared for the draft yet, so if you take him out, that makes teams a little bit more desperate because now we're not talking 2 top quarterbacks. We're talking what is projected to be 1. So, that's best case scenario for us is he says, you know what, I'm not going in this year.
He's just waiting for his custom Doc Martens to come in so he can go 3 inches tall.
There you go. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's go to Marlon. Marlon, what do you think we should do?
Well, for starters, what I want Bears fans to do is shut the fuck up being stupid, saying a lot of these making these dumbass posts about what the hell we should be trading for as far as veteran players, as far as every goddamn available receiver that we think is available to us to go out there and get, and just do some pace shit and trade away all our goddamn draft capital for 1 goddamn player.
That's why they're not the GM.
That being said, ladies and gentlemen of Bears Nation, trust and believe during this offseason, because some of y'all gonna be saying stupid shit in these Bears groups. I'm on your ass throughout this whole entire offseason. I'm gonna make you hate yourself for being so damn stupid and acting like a Dallas Clown Boy fan or some shit, being unrealistic about this. If you haven't been tuning into this goddamn Beardown Breakdown show, I strongly advise you to go back and watch previous episodes from this year's show, because you've missed out on a lot of goddamn information that we can help impart you with, right? So with that being said, with the first pick, I definitely think that we need to be I don't think we need to drop no further down than number 10, because when we get further than 10, now it's a slippery slope of who we need to be going after and who we think is going to be available to us. But I did write one thing on my board. I was going to wait to just go down the whole list of the top 5 things I feel like we need to be doing this offseason. But number 3 is actually the most important thing as it pertains to this particular question. So it's DTBADP, which is draft the best available defensive player. So whoever that may be at the time, because Gil already lamented to this. So Miles Murphy, Brisset, those are obviously the secondary players that we can possibly consider getting in the event that somebody takes Will Anderson or Jalen Carter from us. Now, obviously, watching college football the way I've been watching college football, I've been analyzing and using the eyeball test. What the fuck I'm seeing, never mind what the fuck these dumbass analysts on TV fucking talking about. I'm looking at what needs to be evaluated during this offseason with these top talents that's going to be coming out, especially in the first round. But Jalen Carter, still a good player. He has dropped quite a bit given these past couple of games. Now, I'm not going to put his entire season collectively into 1 or 2 games and just evaluate him off that, because that'd be unfair. But I will say I have questions about him coming into this league, coming into this possibly in his draft that we could possibly draft. If he has attitude problems, if he has that competitive fervor about him, that killer instincts and aggression to go out there and go stop the goddamn run or get to the damn quarterback, those are questions I have about him. But I will also say, though, Miles Murphy and Brees definitely has that fucking hunger about them that would definitely bring back the true fucking monsters of the damn midway that we've been fucking waiting to see since 18. Now, 19, not so much, but 18 was definitely that benchmark year where we saw true monsters out there dominating and getting to the fucking ball at all costs. So, yeah, I don't see us actually using this first round pick, this number 1 pick for ourselves. I do see us trading down, and my ideal trade scenario for this number 1 pick is at the very least 4 picks for this 1 pick. If we get 5, then shit, that's literally the goddamn Powerball to me. So I'm hoping that somebody's going to be desperate enough to give us damn near the goddamn house and maybe the boat to add to the shit, and maybe even the lake house for 1 goddamn player. They would see as a fit for their team and possibly a future franchise player for them, whatever. So I'm willing to be optimistic about that and think that someone's going to give up a lot to move up to that number 1 spot. So let's get with it, Pose. You got a lot of fucking work to do, man. It's time to get to work.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, real quick before you go, I did make a couple posts in a couple Bears groups, just a couple polls of what our biggest offensive need or what our biggest offseason need is. Mm-hmm. And in these groups, an overwhelming majority of them say we should go offensive line with our first pick, wherever that may be.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna kind of touch on that at the next subject, but that's interesting. So
I made those polls right before we started the show.
I figured you did. So real quick before I go, and mine's going to be really short and sweet. A couple comments here. A guy named LP096 says that Marlon wants Hopkins, Odell, and Jerry Rice.
Okay, Bryce. Right. Right. What an ass.
It's true, though.
Alvin Butler chiming in with boring. Hey, Alvin, how's that show going you swore was going to be up and running this season? I haven't seen it yet.
Didn't he say he's gonna have his own?
He did.
Own show or some dumb shit like
he did.
Do his own
Isn't
thing?
he still blowing up teddy bears in the back of his backyard?
Yeah, he's blowing up
and
tables.
he's still getting into it with his own fan base. He don't even know how to fucking put together a whole goddamn team of people. Never mind.
Greg Rice, Orlando Brown Jr. He's pretty good. If KC lets him walk in on polls, I'm calling immediately. Hell yes, I agree with that.
Facts.
That LP guy again, who we love. Carter needs to be a Bear. This one's an interesting comment. Melvin Griffin washes his hair with Dan Campbell's ball sweat. Don't know where that came from. Yeah. So I'll just go ahead. I'll just go ahead and throw out my scenario. I think what we need to do with this is draft Bryce Young. So, no, I'm just fucking with you guys. Look, everybody's face was like, are you fucking shitting me, Mike? No. I think it's a no-brainer that we trade back. I am not against, and I've said this a couple times, I'm not against trading twice. I'm not against dropping to, say, 4 and then dropping again to 7, 8, 9. I have no problem with that whatsoever.
As long as we'll drop below 10, then I think we'll be in a good spot between that 7 and 9.
But here's the beauty about our team.
The further we move back, the more it's going to cost the team wanting to move up.
Yep.
And we suck so bad. We got so many holes. We can find big anywhere.
Poe's getting a total of 5 additional draft picks in addition to the 8 picks.
I'm telling you right now, Marlon, if Washington, let's use them for example, they need a quarterback. They're 16? Yeah, you're going to get a haul. You might even get 2 first-round picks.
Or the Falcons need a quarterback.
Carolina is more desperate than Washington is. I'm guaranteeing.
No, I don't think so.
Carolina and Atlanta are more desperate.
Carolina and the Falcons.
The trading back that we do, they have to be quality picks. We can't trade back for 5th, 6th, 7th rounders.
Right.
Yeah,
so let's put it this way. If Washington calls you and says, we're going to give you 24, 25 first-round picks, obviously swap, the 16 pick, and a third and cut like a
need a couple
fourth.
of thirds, couple of fourths in that. So yeah.
But I'm saying, or you go do Caroline calls and says, I'm gonna give you a couple of seconds, fours. Which one you want? I mean, you're gonna go with the more ones, right? I mean, then if all goes well, look at teams like Philly. Look what they've done, and Miami's done. Everyone concentrates on AJ Brown, this is this. When you get to 24, 25, you got that extra first round pick. Guess what you do? You go get that D-Hop that you want. You go get that wide receiver. Yeah.
Listen, no, because
I'm just using them as an example. But my point is, you put that one into a receiver that you want.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what place Tennessee is in, but they're going to be one of those desperate teams looking for another quarterback too, because I don't know if they're going to move on from Tannehill or if they're going to let him test the market or whatever. I don't know what his contract situation is, but
they got that young quarterback there. But
yeah, Malik he's pretty good, but he needs more time to develop, and I don't think Mike Vrabel has that much time to put into him. So they're going to be looking for another replacement for them. But I do think with who was it, Carolina and Atlanta, they're in a situation where it's like, no. The guys we got right now, quarterback ain't fucking good. So. They will definitely move up to get where we are.
They've got some pieces there already in the offense. So
you know, Jason said it, but let's be real honest here. We could drop back to 30, and we're still going to get a starter because we got that many fucking holes. So
right,
the Colts are another desperate team. The Colts are probably.
Well, we know the Colts are.
And here's another thing too, like when I mentioned him, Carr. Maybe Lamar. So that's going to affect people's what they're going to do too, because you could say, well, the Colts are desperate, but let's say for argument's sake, they break the bank on Lamar Jackson. Well, guess what? They ain't going to go get a quarterback now. And the Jets too.
The Jets. I think they're going to go after Lamar. I really think that maybe that would be better.
I think Lamar and Carr. Yeah, the Jets definitely are desperate.
You put Carr on you put Carr on
ain't cutting it.
Right, and they know that. You put Carr on the Jets. I'm not saying Carr's like Patrick Mahomes level, but you put him on the Jets. He could elevate that team definitely to a playoff team and maybe a contender in the AFC. So the Jets are that good. They're just this and that. So
their offense needs a lot of help, but they got a solid ass defense. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, Robert Saleh.
That offense though, that offense is.
Because they don't have the quarterback, basically.
I think the consensus is we trade back. I think that's the consensus with probably half the Bear fans. The other half, we're not even going to discuss on this show because there ain't enough time. Next topic. How important is a wide receiver one in 2023? You're welcome. You're welcome, Marlon. I did this for you.
Ask this question.
I did. So, Jason. How important is it for us to go out and get a wide receiver one this year?
Since it's really no clear path, not really. So I do think you need to do something with that wide receiver room, but to take a definitive wide receiver one, your AJ Brown and Hill, it's not happening. Might not happen for another 2 years. That's why I've just said before. Try to get an extra first round pick in 25. Maybe that's when you go all in for a wide receiver. This year, hate to tell Bear fans this, including Marlon, the wide receiver room's probably going to look about the same of the great talent that it is. So
don't do that.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get Adam.
Let me start by saying that having quality wide receivers is very important. So don't take this the wrong way, Marlon. But
y'all will quit posting your goddamn comments to me, you assholes.
Last year was the teardown year, so you got to remember this is really the first year of our rebuild. So don't expect us to just go through the draft and free agency and then go light it up and go to the Super Bowl. That's not how a rebuild works. This is going to take time. Like I said, the wide receiver position is important. I do think that we have players that are able to make the plays necessary. We saw Dante Pettis do crazy things this year. Darnell Mooney making the acrobat catches. We haven't really seen shit from Claypool, but that could change. But the emergence of Cole Kmet in the passing game has been enormous. But
These are very
to go get that bona fide stud number one wide receiver, like, Hopkins, Adams, whoever you want to fucking name. It's not really going to move the needle this year, one way or the other. So you can look to add some depth in free agency. You can look to add depth through the draft, and we heard Ryan Poles, he wants to build through the draft. So I think, if anything, if we're going to add wide receiver talent, that's probably where we're going to get it in the mid rounds of the draft.
Okay, Gil.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't see the wide receiver getting a top wide receiver being our priority at all. I mean, I think secondary, I think with B type of wide receivers, I mean, we can, it would be a better fit. It's not in our plans, basically. So I see it useless. I see the offensive line to be fixed first.
Okay. We are going to go to Marlon, and I think I'm going to put Marlon, and I might just leave him on the small screen so we can all jump in here. So go ahead.
Put him on a timer too.
Okay.
Shut the hell up. Y'all gonna listen to me, goddammit. Since you assholes want to preface your comments towards me directly about this damn topic, and I knew, Mike, your ass was gonna bring this damn question
Jerry
up.
Rice is not
This falls
available.
right into the wheelhouse of
Sign
what my
Terrell
Bears
Owens.
to-do list is. So my Bears to-do list, number 5,
Brandon
obviously,
Marshall,
I didn't
bring
put
it
it in
back.
order. I didn't put it in order. But I did
T.O.
say
Willie
number
Ghost.
5 Number 5 is sign vet players that Justin
Alshon's
can fully
available.
fucking rely on. We haven't had a number 1 receiver since Brandon Marshall and Alshon Jeffrey, who put up fucking great numbers for us. Both of them did. We had a top tandem in the receiving game during that time. Both of them had over 1,200 yards in the same season. Y'all forgot that shit. But never mind that. My point
That happens
is,
a lot now, actually.
now it does, but it don't happen to us a lot.
Who was the quarterback
then? Fucking time that happened though.
Who was the quarterback then?
The son of a bitch who owed me money. But anyway,
Josh McCown.
Shut up.
The number is 86.
Go ahead, Marlon.
Assholes. Listen, the point is, I do think that this receiver room is going to look slightly better than what the fuck it has looked like this year. Because what we had was a bunch of goddamn players who had red polo shirts and goddamn khaki pants who work at Target out there disguising themselves as fucking receivers, who wasn't widely receiving the goddamn football out there for Justin Fields. He was giving them too many goddamn chances and trying to trust in them to make plays. So guess what? I will say this. You all know how I feel about DeAndre Hopkins. He's one of my favorite goddamn receivers in the game, has been since he came into the fucking league. But realistically, given the fact that he recently, I don't know how for certain or how much merit this particular article has, but it did state that he had 2 ideal places that he would like to go, Jacksonville or the Chargers. But I will say that if we have an opportunity to, at the very least, discuss the possibility of trading for him from Arizona, and it's a lucrative deal and it works out on both ends, I'm all for it. Now, I'm not all for overpaying for him, but the fact is, Justin Fields does need some fucking help. I know there's not a lot to choose from during this offseason on this free agent list of receivers, but he don't just need receivers. He needs reliable tight ends. If and only if we're moving away from Monty, we need another goddamn reliable damn receiving back out of that backfield that he can trust to throw to as well as hand off to. So that means Tony Pollard. That means Saquon Barkley possibly. That means a couple other guys are supposed to be free agents as far as the running backs go. Josh Jacobs, who basically said he basically out the goddamn door with the Las Vegas Raiders. So these are the type of players that a player of Justin Fields' caliber would need to help boost his passing yards, as well as give him other opportunities to hand the ball up to or even dump off to when there's nobody else down the goddamn field to make a play. So we got to give him some weapons, whether or not it's a receiver or one receiver or a couple of one-year deal receivers. What I don't want to fucking see, which also goes into the wheelhouse of my goddamn board, is 98% of this goddamn roster better not fucking be here. That includes majority of these motherfuckers.
You're going to be so
on this
fucking
receiver role.
disappointed. You're going to be so disappointed.
Wait a minute.
Listen.
Other than Justin, who's the other player?
He better not re-sign Harry. He better not re-sign Pringle. He better not fucking re-sign Pettis either. The only reason why he would resign Pettis is for special teams purposes only.
I can't wait till it's my turn.
Everybody
Harry will
else?
stay before
I
Pettis.
just want to know,
Maybe.
other than
Like
Justin,
Harry.
who's the other
I'd like
player we're
Harry to stay.
keeping?
But
I just want to know who
my-
the other player we're keeping. Cole
Well,
Kmet?
Cole
Because he
Kmet-
said 98, so it's only two guys.
Cole Kmet is going to stay. Cole Kmet has been fairly decent, a little
That
bit
math ain't
good.
mathing.
Hasn't been great. He hasn't been fucking great, but he's been good in spurts. I need him to be better, and I hope he can build on this. And I hope that the receivers that we currently have with Chase Claypool and goddamn it Mooney will build some type of chemistry with
He's gotten
Justin
better.
Fields during this fucking offseason. I better see a ass working out with him every fucking time on social media. Somebody posts a video of Justin Fields working out. He better fucking be working out with Claypool.
What about
Chase
Claypool?
and Darnell Mooney?
What about
Both of them,
Claypool?
They better not miss a goddamn practice with Justin Fields, or I'm on their
Well,
goddamn ass.
well, Mooney, Flus kind of touched on it. He's not going to be back to spring.
Well, yeah, I know that. Obviously, he
Yeah.
won't be back till spring. But around that time, during the mini camp and preseason, he'll be fine then. I'm okay with him coming around.
I don't know, because of foot surgery, I don't know what he could, well.
Marlon, you better give your boy Claypool a call.
Oh, I will. I'm on his ass. Listen, I am on his ass. I bet not see him miss one fucking practice with Justin Fields, or it's going to be some goddamn smoke in the goddamn Shy City. He better make sure his ass is there before Justin get there. You better already be downfield ready to catch a goddamn ball from him before he throw it. You better be. But I am telling y'all.
So wait, real quick,
I am
Marlon.
optimistic to believe Post is going to make this
Real quick, you said you want to
better
get
than what
rid
it
of
is this year.
98%.
It ain't going to be great, but it's going to be better than what it is.
You want to get rid of 98% of the roster, right?
I tell you this much: 98% of these motherfuckers better not start. If they
What's the
come
point of
back,
keeping
they
them?
better not fucking start. They better not start. Nobody on the defensive line better not start. Only one person can start on this offensive line. That's Tevin Jenkins. That's it. That is fucking it. I bet not
What
see
about the defense?
anybody else starting on that line, on either one of the goddamn lines, or somebody ass gonna get clotheslined.
So now you're keeping 97%.
Okay, so I'm gonna give my take, but before I do that, I'm gonna throw John McNabb's comment up here for the absolute last time, because either you bring your ass on the show or you can't be in the fucking comments.
Exactly. Get your ass.
We'll light a beam for you, John. We'll light a beam for you.
Okay,
Corporate
so
beam.
I'm gonna start my little rant with this. Marlon, you want to get rid of 98% of the rosters, including guys like Pettis and things like that, right?
You're goddamn right.
Okay, who's been more productive since Chase Claypool's been here, Pettis or Claypool?
To be determined. Goddamn it.
No.
No,
No
he asked
fucking
you
body.
I asked you a bit.
Nobody.
Tense
Ain't nobody been no goddamn productive. I don't like the words you're using. Goddamn it.
You don't like the words
It
I'm using.
sounds like you're cursing at me, Mike.
Do you know why?
Do you know? Have you seen these motherfuckers out there playing?
No, wait.
No, the hell you haven't.
I listen.
Listen, clean your glasses, because clearly you ain't seen what the hell I seen. These bastards.
Richard
ain't
Oliver,
been
is that
producing
you?
No damn where.
Listen. Okay, so the answer to that question is Pettis. Okay, now I'm going to ask you another question. Why is it whenever we talk about why Justin Fields isn't having big passing numbers, we say it's the talent around him, but whenever we talk about the receivers, it's just that the receivers suck?
That's one and the same, Mike. That's actually saying the same thing.
It's not.
The receivers suck because, again, Justin don't have talent around him because the receivers suck. See how that works? They suck shit. They suck.
So it's
horrible.
It is not possible at all that Justin is a part of this problem.
No, I never said that.
Okay.
He ain't the biggest part of the problem.
You were saying it all fucking day.
He ain't the biggest part of the fucking problem, you asshole. Let me tell you what the biggest part of the problem with Justin is. He has too much trust in these motherfuckers. I would have stopped trusting him a long time ago. He holding the ball. Hey, man, go left. Keep going.
Oh, my
keep
God.
going. Keep going right. Oh, shit, I'm
Marlon,
sacked now. What the hell?
Marlon,
He's trying to give them the ball, and they still won't get it.
Marlon,
y'all talk this shit about Chase Claypool. I know where the fuck he's supposed to be.
Marlon, what you just described is the exact opposite of having trust in the wide receivers. Because when you got trust in the wide receivers, you throw them the motherfucking ball.
If
That's
they
the
not
exact
open, you're not going to
opposite.
trust them. No.
Okay,
I'm
hold
trusting-
on. Wait,
I'm making
time
a
out.
play to get you down there. Move.
Time-
Don't go left, motherfucker. I'm
Time
trying
out.
to tell you.
Time out. How much separation do you think Tyreek Hill creates on average?
Shit. Just looking at how the fuck these defenders line up against him, it's shit. Damn it. Majority of the goddamn game, he's creating separation for himself.
Okay, so he's at about 3.2 yards per route on average of separation.
And how many yards does he average per catch?
Are you
yards
done?
after catch.
Hold on. Darnell Mooney is at 3.6.
Okay. He don't average more yards after the catch. No one averages more yards after the catch. Only person that's close to him is Justin Jefferson.
That has nothing to do. That has nothing to do with what I'm saying. To say that the wide receivers are not creating separation, some of them are not. Some of them on the Bears are not. I'll give you that.
So, we ain't got many, so it's all these motherfuckers, Mike.
No, it's not, because I'm telling you right now, Darnell Mooney's separation is actually bigger than Tyreek Hill's. Tyreek Hill gets a bigger cushion because he's fast, but Darnell Mooney's average separation rate is bigger. So you can't just say they're never open. Cole Kmet's is actually about the same as Hill's. Now you take out the you take out the cushion.
Yeah.
You take out the cushion and it makes a difference. All I'm saying is this: you cannot sit here and say every part of this offense in the passing game is fucking bad. So to say that Justin would be way better if the wide receivers were better is the same as me saying the wide receivers would be better if Justin was better.
I'm gonna give you a prime example of that though, Mike. See, a lot of these commentators on these sports media pages and channels and shit would say a lot of stupid shit about Jalen Hurts last year, claiming they didn't know for sure if he was going to be an actual franchise quarterback. We don't know if he can throw. We don't know if he can actually lead this team. Look what the fuck they added to the damn equation for him. A.J. Brown is a solid ass number one receiver in the league. And since acquiring him from the Titans, he's been nothing but a fucking MVP quality quarterback this year. Mainly because, and you can tell the difference between Jalen Hurts being out there and goddamn Gardner Minshew and whoever the fuck else they had out there playing, because they don't look nowhere near the same.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question?
But Hurts is also a
the fuck out this year, and he's proven all these doubters wrong. And that's a well-known fact that if Justin is in the same position as Jalen Hurts, the same
right, but Hurts.
Wait. You just made a point. You
I
just
got
made
a
a
few
vital
questions.
point. So you're saying that Brown made Hurts MVP candidate. Is that what you're saying?
No. Adding another weapon added to his goddamn passing game, absolutely. But
So you're saying you think AJ Brown? If you take AJ Brown out of that equation, Hurts would not be MVP.
No, he'd still be good though. He wouldn't be MVP, but he's still good though. But here's another thing.
But you just said with the same scenario with the backup quarterback.
That means Justin can still be good with mediocre wide receivers.
How does AJ Brown look
Just said.
with a shitty quarterback though? How does AJ Brown look with Gardner Minshew versus how he looked with Jalen Hurts?
But you just said, no. Stop. You just said, quote, I quote, you just said, without AJ Brown, Hurts would not be MVP. Then turn around and
I agree with that.
No, that is totally wrong. That is totally wrong. Because then, no, it's not one and the same. Because then you turn around and say, well, when they put the backup quarterback, Brown's useless.
Oh, no. But watch this, though. A.J. Brown didn't look this goddamn good in Tennessee last year, did he? No, the fuck he did not.
Okay. So it even brings to the more point. So is Hurts being better because maybe he just turned it on? He still has to make the throw. He still has to.
He got better.
If you think AJ Brown out of the equation, Hurts would still be MVP because you know why? He still has weapons.
It's a well-known fact.
Is Mooney
put better talent around the goddamn?
Jalen Hurts matured. I mean,
is Mooney as good as Brown?
Quarterback has the goddamn talent. When he has
Is Mooney as good as Brown?
No, he's not. Mooney ain't nowhere near AJ Brown.
I'm asking Jason. Is Mooney as good as Brown?
No, he's not.
No.
Okay, I want to ask a question. Let me ask a question. So, what is the separation? What is the rules on that percentage? What is there? What is the? How did they come up with that?
I'd love to tell you, but it's tracked by NFL Next Gen Stats.
So how strong is Mooney? Let me ask you that. Is he a strong guy?
No, but neither is Tyreek Hill.
Okay, Tyreek Hill's a muscle man, bro. Tyreek Hill's a dog.
Motherfucker, man.
Okay,
no, Tyreek Hill's strong.
So you're saying that Tyreek Hill's as strong as Mooney is?
Okay, so listen, time out.
No, I have a point. I have a point real quick.
I know what your point is, and what you're going to tell me is that Mooney gets jammed up on the line. Do you know how many times we had press coverage played against us this year?
No. You know how many times
don't get double teamed versus how many times Tyreek does?
Listen. Mooney will get smashed at the line, totally pressed and
off his route.
Ran up. Then he gets open after Justin's already moving. After Justin's already moved the pocket and almost looking at the other side of the field, damn near.
Yep. 2 hours later, he open now. Tyreek makes himself open damn near every goddamn play.
So wait. Let me ask.
Plus, one more thing. Then his route running is probably good, but once he gets into his breaks, his running ability is very sloppy.
So
Mooney is fast, but he ain't quick.
Let me give
Tyreek is fast and quick.
Let me give a hypothetical, and then we're going to move on because we're at 52 minutes. So let me give a hypothetical. Let's say that the Chicago Bears go out and get D-Hop. Okay, right? We fix the offense.
I know. Let's put it this way.
Whoa!
Hey, no. Let's say AJ Brown's on it. Is it going to make a difference?
Let's say the Chicago Bears go out and get D-Hop. We go out and get D-Hop, and we fix the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Justin still isn't throwing for 3,500 yards in a season.
How do you know that? So here's what I'm saying. Can Justin Fields make every throw on a football field?
He's getting that ball to hop. Yes, the fuck he is.
Listen,
can Justin Fields make every throw on the football field?
If he has the time
yes,
to.
the fuck he can.
Can Mike finish his question?
So when he's in space, can he dart that ball into spaces?
Can Mike finish his question?
Go
ahead.
Okay. It's a hypothetical. I'm asking you if these things happen, right? Justin doesn't hit 3,500. You've got to D-Hop. The offensive line's fixed. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying if it does happen, what is going to be the excuse then?
So there's not an excuse yet because it hasn't happened.
And it won't happen. Listen,
but I'm not done with I'm not done with what I was saying though.
Hold on. I want to address that.
I wasn't even on the show for 45 minutes. I can't even say it.
That's your fault.
John, that was your damn fault. You should have been here at the beginning of the goddamn show. But anyway, the probability, it's been a well-known fact, and it's already been documented in the NFL. When a quarterback has better receivers around him, he performs better, and he's already talented. Now, if it's a bomb-ass receiver with great talent around him, chances are he gonna only look good with throwing the ball just to that one goddamn person.
How's Russell Wilson doing?
Okay, he had a shitty ass coach too, by the way.
Okay.
But it's not all on the coach though.
All those. Derek Carr had the number one goddamn receiver in the fucking league this year. Despite what was going on with the Raiders, he had the
number one receiver.
Devontae balled out too.
He had 1,400 yards also.
So wait a minute. Devontae balled out while Derek Carr sucked.
No, he didn't suck.
I don't say he sucked. When people say that, I don't say he sucked.
No, Derek Carr.
He had sucky times.
Derek Carr was pretty bad this year.
Here's my point, though.
No, he did.
Listen. Tua didn't look like this shit last year. He looks way better now.
Bear fans are so critical, man. Bear fans are so critical.
Joe Burrow, Herbert, goddamn it, Jalen Hurts, all these quarterbacks. It's a well-known fact. If you are a talented and a great quarterback, you need a number one because all the great quarterbacks have number ones, with the exception of Pat Mahomes, but he had number one tight end.
What about the Chargers?
Yards, so
you got to think about the Chargers too.
The Chargers had Keenan Allen's a damn good receiver, and Mike Williams has been balling this year too.
Keenan Allen didn't play for most of the year.
But Mike Williams is balling. Mike Williams is a big fucking target who's been
Herbert ain't as good without those guys. Herbert ain't balling up like he is over there.
Justin Herbert
is pretty good without the wide
all the great quarterbacks.
He also has Austin Eckler too.
I'm out.
All the good and great quarterbacks have receivers around them.
Name me a great receiver that Tom Brady had before Randy Moss.
Now you going so goddamn far back, Mike. Who the fuck does Brady have right now? He got
a great defense.
Mike Evans is one of the best goddamn receivers in football, Mike. Don't go back that goddamn
Wait, whoa. Wait, now I want to answer John. He had a great defense. He had a great defense, so that made his passing numbers good.
That's a different time, Mike. We don't live in that time anymore.
He had a great defense, so his passing numbers were good.
He also didn't pass.
The offense
and he had a good old line.
The offense didn't look like what it looks like now, Mike.
But you don't need an O-line, according to you guys. You just need AJ Brown.
I never
that's
said
all
that.
You guys,
nobody said that at all. No one said that at all. See, that's that shit.
No.
That's that shit.
Time out.
Just so the viewers know, this is how we talk to each other.
So time out. If you put AJ, no, Marlon, that's bullshit. Because you told me all day today we had D-Hop. It'll change everything.
No, that's not what I said, Jason. Stop exaggerating my words.
No, it's not. Exactly. It's what you said.
That's an exaggeration.
That's what Jason
said. So what's okay? No.
I'm telling you,
the heart of the issue is this. No, the heart of the issue is this. The heart of the issue is this. You guys, you and John keep saying we need a wide receiver. We need a wide receiver.
You said DK Metcalf. You said DK Metcalf and fucking who else? Who was it? They aren't for sure talent. You said that.
They aren't sure for talent. There's nothing that's a for sure talent.
You said Mike Evans isn't a for sure talent.
No, it isn't, John. You're telling me that 100%. You're telling me that guy.
Hold on, Jason. You do realize DeAndre Hopkins has over 14,000 yards and
I don't give a shit, Marlon. There is nothing. You're not going to convince me that something is for sure talent. There is no such thing. There's no such thing because there's so many factors.
In a goddamn better, you ready to trust a goddamn free agent player that we acquire or a draft pick who ain't a goddamn for sure thing either.
I'm not saying that. That's not the point. That's not the point I'm trying to tell you guys. The point. No. There's a difference. There's a difference in saying a for sure talent that's 100% going to perform at a high level. That like you're going to get there at 100%. There's nothing guaranteed about that.
Man.
There's nothing. There's nothing guaranteed.
Listen,
Antonio Brown was a for sure talent. He went to the Raiders. What happened? What happened when he went to the Raiders?
He flipped out like an idiot.
And guess what? Was that the for sure talent went out the window then, didn't it? And then
those other guys ain't idiots.
Antonio Brown's a talented.
It doesn't matter, John. Okay. DK Metcalf walks out of the fucking plane, blows his knee out. Guess what? The for sure talent goes right out the fucking window.
That's a different story, bro. That's a different story, bro.
It's not because that's your third talent. And then he comes back and not the great talent like he is.
So Justin Fields sucks because he can get hurt.
No, hold on.
Exactly.
No. See, John, you go extreme. My point is nothing's 100%.
That's the same shit.
When you're saying for sure talent, that means 100%. He's going to be.
Jason, Mike Evans ain't good every year. With random quarterbacks, with everybody. Mike.
No, because you don't know. You don't
know. Oh my God, Mike Evans ain't good every year.
Okay, listen. Talent. I'll say that much.
Listen.
Since you get so hung up on terminologies, I'm gonna tell you this much: Mike Evans and DeAndre Hopkins and DK Metcalf are proven number one fucking receivers. They have proven it already,
and they're not coming to Chicago. Okay,
Okay.
That's fine.
You know, we need better weapons for Justin to throw to in order to really see a huge leap in the passing game. We need that. We need the offensive line too. We need the offensive line to protect him.
Hold on.
The line is primary first.
So you all right? This is for Marlon and John. Marlon and John. What would you rather have? Let's say what you rather have. A receiver or an offensive line?
No, Jason. We're not doing that.
No, it's a simple question. It's a simple question. No, it's a simple question. It's a simple question. It's a simple question.
Both, Jason. He has an offensive line and he has weapons. So
it's a question. We have a question right now. I don't care about the Eagles. I don't care anything else.
We have super buco money, right? Why can we only get one?
They built
because in reality you can't do that. In reality, you cannot do that. In reality, you cannot do that.
And we're about to trade for more draft picks. We can do that.
No, you can't.
I need everybody to take a breath. Wait. I need everybody.
You never know what could happen.
I need everybody to take a breath, or I'm gonna start muting people. Listen. First of all, I owe Josh Simon an answer. He asked about Justin Fields and whether or not we think he's the future. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to answer for just me. Everybody's got a different take. most people say yes. I still have some things I'd like to see him clean up. I think he's headed in that direction. I'm way more on board with him than I was at the beginning of the year. So there's that. The only other thing that I want to address on this topic, and then we're going to move on to our next topic, is Marlon, you made a comment about now you're throwing injuries into the mix, right? This has been my entire been my entire point with both Michael Thomas and DeAndre Hopkins. Committing that much money to a player that cannot stay on the field is not a position we need to be in during this rebuild right now.
What about Mike Evans?
I never said that I wanted
Mike Evans is healthy.
Put the house up for him.
Okay, what about him though?
Overpay them.
Mike Evans isn't even on. Why are we talking about Mike Evans and DK?
That's like T. Higgins. Like everyone's bringing T. Higgins up. Like
they're not
in there.
You ain't hear me bring no goddamn
I'm not.
T. Higgins.
But that
goddamn proven number one receiver. You ain't never.
That was what was said. Nobody said those names as they're coming here. I don't think, except
Mike Evans. It's a possibility that he will leave because Tom Brady's going to leave.
No, it's
Tom
not.
Brady ain't going to be there next year.
Mike Evans is under contract. He ain't going anywhere. We're moving
for
on.
how many years? For how long?
I think another 2.
I think that a lot. Motherfuckers move.
Hey, Marlon.
Every year.
Mike Evans.
One wide receiver, if he drops in the second round in the draft, and I really doubt he will, but it's Keyshawn Butte. If he drops,
I like
then
Butte from
okay.
LSU. I like him.
Yeah, if he drops, but I doubt it.
Honestly, I like Wilson better from Ohio State. That's me personally. But I will tell you this much. Simultaneously, we need both. We need an offensive line to protect Justin, and he needs weapons too. The two aren't mutually exclusive because we've seen quarterbacks out there that have both weapons and an offensive line to protect them. That offensive line to protect.
I do want to say one thing to the Lions fans that I am sorry for saying that Mooney is way better than St. Brown because that man has to get off the line.
Marlon, if he doesn't drop him, we need to go.
Hey guys, hold on, real quick. Hey, real quick. Robert Argo, your question talking about injuries. Do you think we'd still have the number 1 pick in Mooney if Mooney didn't get hurt?
Yes.
Yes. Our defense.
What does Mooney have to do with us having number 1 point?
Hell yeah, Mooney wasn't doing shit.
Because it took away from it. Hey, we're gonna move on, but I do want to say this. I know we keep saying offensive line, wide receiver, all these teams they have both. Every one of these teams we're talking about built the offensive line before they put the receiver.
Thank you.
They did both at the same time.
Not at the same time.
No, they didn't.
The Eagles had some of these players already on that line, like Lane Johnson and Kelsey, and they got other players in the midst of them getting A.J. Brown. Yes,
is that not building the offensive line?
First.
Having 2 out of 5, I don't know if that's
Marlon.
Right now,
Marlon,
maybe.
Wait.
They did not bring in 3 linemen this year.
So wait, yeah, you're saying that they have like rookies on that offensive line with the Eagles?
No. One of these linemen came during the same time that they got A.J. Brown, or around the same.
They sure did a great job picking up offensive linemen last year.
They should have fucked it. They sure the fuck did. And they got A.J. Brown to go along with Devontae Smith. So they have 2 number 1 receivers that's out there fucking balling for them, which basically puts Jalen Hurts in a better position as a talented quarterback.
We brought in Lucas. We brought in Lucas
talent around you. You can listen. A talented quarterback only take the goddamn team so goddamn far with mediocre and goddamn Amazon driving fucking delivery workers. He can't.
I guarantee you. I guarantee you, if you go
on that, I guarantee you,
go on that. I guarantee you go on that Eagles offensive line. I guarantee you probably. I think all of them have been drafted. I don't think there's one. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's no free agent.
I'm saying,
homegrown. They've been built. Yeah.
I'm talking about they did both. They drafted their free agent. I mean, they drafted their linemen.
But what Mike's saying,
they acquired a damn player from a trade.
But what I'm saying is they put the line in place before they went out and got a wide receiver.
So is there 5 offensive linemen ready to go right now?
No, because you can't.
Lane Johnson
got drafted first. And then
for the Bears. Is there 5 guys we can go fix our offensive line right now?
John, read that comment for me.
I can't see it. I got bad eyes.
The fuck?
It says Marlon talks like a rebuild happens in a season. And
I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about Lion
Don't
logic.
ask if there's 5 guys available right now.
Melvin Wood.
What the Lions do this year?
That's what I'm saying. You guys are saying you can build it simultaneously in one all season. You can't. You physically cannot build an offensive line in one all season.
I'm not a Lions fan, but you got to tip your head off.
Man, they won 9 games, bro.
Compared to what they did last year, I even said it. If they exceeded 7 games or 6 games, I have to tip off my hat to them. As much as crap as I thought to them.
Marlon, you got 30 seconds.
Okay,
You got 30 seconds.
Since you want to address that to me directly, I'm gonna tell you this much. He would know, considering the fact that his goddamn franchise has been a goddamn walking rebuild since the goddamn existence of the goddamn Detroit Lions. So he would fucking know what the fucking rebuild looks like and how fast it's supposed to happen. Good job, Melvin. Yeah, your team is the ideal epitome of what the fucking rebuild is.
15 years later.
You're welcome.
Okay, so let's move on. Let's move on. I threw that topic in there because I knew it was going to get heated. I knew we were going to run over. Adam's been giving me the fuck you, Mike, look the entire segment. So
it's the last one of the year.
I know it's the last one of the year. We're gonna. Hey, for all of you that didn't catch it,
Robbie, we're going down swinging.
For all of you that didn't catch it, Adam made a comment. This is literally how we speak in our Bears chat all the time. We love each other. We don't fucking agree. We argue. We fight. We kick. We scream. We cuss. A couple of us leave chats. But at the end of the day, we all at the end.
I own that motherfucker.
He didn't say no names.
I didn't. You just
I own it.
We just gave it away. Anyway, so we're gonna move on. Real quick, I got 3 players that I want to give a grade on. Okay, so it's the end of the season. We're gonna give them a grade. I want to start with.
Give them all Fs.
All I want is just a grade. I just want a grade. Okay, except for one of them, which is going to be the first one because I put this one up here for somebody very special. Give me a grade on Jack Sanborn. Let's go. Let's go, Jason.
A++++. I mean, what can you say?
Here we go.
Jesus Christ, you homer.
Nah. I mean, honestly, I would say, honestly, B-. I mean, he played enough. What he did to come in as a unrestricted free agent or undrafted free agent.
Undrafted.
Yeah, I mean, what more? I'll say B-. You know.
Okay, hold on. Before I go on, Tom/Hubert
we already did,
whatever
Tom.
other. We already did. You're gonna have to go back and rewind to watch the show. We already did.
2 hours ago.
Marlon, give me a grade on Jack Sanborn.
Listen, man, for his effort, I'm gonna give him a C+ because I felt like he definitely took advantage of his opportunity coming in there after we traded Roquan. He made some strides here and there. Obviously, he led us a couple of times in tackles. Good effort, man. I appreciate his hard work and dedication to his position. Obviously, he's not a star quality linebacker, but damn it, he had the heart like it. So I respect that about him, at the very least.
John.
I'd give him a, man, I want to give him a D, but I'll give him only because, listen, you guys all year been saying tackles ain't everything. So if tackles ain't everything, you know what I mean? We got a guy that's always around the ball getting tackles that we let go of, that just got paid. With that said, I'm not convinced he's a part of the starting future. I mean, you know what I mean? He'll probably have to play next year. But come on, man. Let's be real. Nobody wants to be mediocre. And yes, he gets to the ball, but he's not a stud. He's not going to get us to the next level. I'll give him a C.
Okay, Gil.
For what he's done and where he's come from, progressed, I'm going to give him a B-.
Okay, my guy. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Go ahead, buddy.
Here we go.
All right. If you would have asked me this question 10 weeks ago, I would have told you to go fuck yourself. F-.
PFA, Adam. PFA.
He can get fucked, but this is where I eat my crow on Jack Sanborn. I have to say that by the end of the season, I was very impressed with the things he's done. Like you said, flying around, always around the ball. Very intelligent football player, and I think that's the most underrated thing about him. Very intelligent football player. I think my end season grade for Jack Sanborn is going to be a B-.
Wow.
So it sounds to me that he was moderately fucking okay.
Yeah, not painfully average. So
they're going to get Jack Sanborn jersey.
He's still on the team.
Okay, so
or awesomely special teamer.
I want to give my grade because we got 2 more to get to before I do. Tom Novins wants us to grade Claypool D-.
I agree with that.
Here's what I'm gonna say.
With all the wide receivers we have,
Greg Rice kind of stole my thunder on this, so I put his comment up, but I took it down really quick.
Poor Drake.
I listen. I'm going to give him a B+, and I'm going to tell you why I'm going to give him a B+. The one thing that we all forget: this was an undrafted free agent. This guy basically was a walk-on to that. Well, yeah, Jason said it too. He was basically a walk-on to this team, and to come from an undrafted free agent to a starting role and be productive in the starting role. Now, John said something about we talk about tackles all the time, and tackles don't mean anything. I'm going to point out to you that Jack Sanborn has more tackles for a loss than Roquan Smith did while he was here. So
Andy was just as productive as Roquan was before he left.
Yeah,
and we don't have to pay him $60 million.
Yeah, so we're gonna move on. We're gonna give our next player grade, and this one I only put up here because I have a feeling we're probably all gonna be all over the board here. Tevin Jenkins, Jason.
Damn. B.
Ooh, okay, Marlon.
I'm gonna go with B- because of what Poe said. Poe said something at the press conference a day or so ago. He was impressed with the transition that Tevin Jenkins made over to guard from tackle. And quite frankly, I think that he made the most progress. I think he took the biggest step forward on this offensive line, and he's the fucking person, the only goddamn person on this line I better fucking see start. Tevin Jenkins, I give him a B-, man. Great job, man.
Braxton Jones is going to start, just so we're all aware. John.
So at the beginning of the year, are we going to trade him? Is he hurt? We get into the year. Is he going to play this position? Is he going to play here? Is he going to go out? He stayed in. He stayed playing well. He actually locked the position down. We don't have guys locking positions down right now.
I don't think he has. But
I think there's only been probably 3 bright points to this team, and that's Justin, Brisker, and our guy Tevin Jenkins. I'm gonna give his ass an A+, man, because I think that he could build off this. Honestly, because what bad has he done? He hasn't on a team full of a mess. He's really been probably the bright point, other than Braxton Jones, because he's also, gave up some sacks and had some rough ends, but he still played well. I give it to him, but still, I hate begging to like people, and Jenkins is making it to where you don't have to beg to like him. We actually want him at guard, so I give him an A+ for what he started out. If we're gonna go where Jack Sanborn came from, we're gonna do it with him and what he came from, as far as almost not being on this team to holding down the spot.
Okay. Real quick before I go to Gil, Josh Simon, what position do you think the Bears drafted number 1? We will not use that number 1 pick. It'll be traded out. Gil.
I will go also just because of the hard work he's done. I know he was a little bit controversial, but you're looking what Pace drafted him and saw that, he was a monster. He accepted his role at the guard position as well. So I'm going to give him not exactly as high as John, but I'll give him an A-.
Okay, let's go over to Adam.
Yeah, you guys are more all over the place than I am. I can't count the amount of times that I've seen Tevin Jenkins going out plays, being injured. Not so much being injured, but being hurt. Taking plays off. He did come in. He was pretty solid at the right guard position. To me, Tevin Jenkins is still a right tackle all day. He should still be playing at right tackle right now. You're out looking for right tackles. You got one on your fucking roster right now. But that's neither here nor there. What he did at right guard, I give him a C+.
Okay.
So you can't credit him for actually taking that role and actually being the best right tackle on the team.
I just fucking did.
But he should be playing. Right guard. Would you rather him play left tackle, or would you rather be like, man, this guy can hold down?
I want him.
He came into the league as a right tackle. He played some left tackle, but he is a solidified right tackle. But he did a pretty good job at right guard, though. I can appreciate him.
I just say start building him at guard, but I respect that. I respect what you said.
We were doing a lot of switching around, rotating motherfuckers out, trying to see what the fuck was going to work.
Obviously, that's not a recipe for success.
Work. No, it's not.
And
I bet not fucking see
that
happen anymore. I bet not see Luke Getsy or Flus do that shit no fucking more.
I'm gonna give my grade on Tevin Jenkins, and I lied to you. We actually have 2 more because I just added another one. I'm gonna give. Yeah, I know we're almost done. The last 2, all we're allowed to give is a letter grade. I'm gonna give my grade on Tevin. I'm gonna give my grade on Tevin Jenkins. By far, probably our most solid lineman, I will say. But like Adam said, the injuries worry me. This probably would have been a B plus had it not been for the fact that we seem to be peeling him off the ground all the damn time. I'm gonna give him a C plus. I think he's the best lineman we had in the rotation, but I think there's room for improvement. And actually, It's interesting that Adam said the whole thing about right tackle, because him and I have not talked about this, but I kind of feel the same way he does. I'd like to see him go out to right tackle and see what he can do out there.
Yeah, maybe they're concerned to put him at right tackle because he can't stay healthy.
Well, yeah, but listen, right tackle, right guard, center, it don't matter.
And he can't stay healthy. Like that's still.
Yeah, but it's a little easier kind of plugging in a guard than the tackle.
Okay, right.
Not for us, it's not.
We're moving on. We're moving on to the next one. We're at 1 hour and 20, so we're moving on to the next one. I just want a letter grade. Justin Fields. Jason.
Oh. B plus.
Marlon.
I'm giving my boy a B.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Jason. John.
B plus. Yeah, B plus.
Okay. Gil.
B plus.
Adam.
I give him a C plus. I still think there's plenty of room for improvement. C plus is still pretty good.
Okay, so mine is I'm going to give him a C plus too. I'm going to give him an A plus for his rushing ability. I'm going to give him a D for his passing ability at this point, whatever the situation may be.
Okay,
what about leadership? What about leadership?
Now you're going to break it down like that? Well,
there's a lot of room to listen, motherfucker. You talk on this show more than anybody else. I'm allowed to.
No, I don't. Not recently, I haven't been. But
all right.
What do you give his grade on leadership, Mike?
Probably a B.
What would you like to see in his improvement on leadership?
I want him to be more vocal.
Yeah, probably more vocal.
I need him.
I still haven't seen him on a sideline trying to get his guys fired up too much.
Yeah, I need that.
That's true.
Lester gives Fields an F. Oh. Last one.
Fucking
I knew this was coming. I was waiting on this shit.
I wasn't gonna.
Is this the one you added last minute?
Yes, because John popped in. Jason.
Yep. That's exactly why he added this.
I see. Incomplete. Because he didn't really,
No.
We're not grading on a curve.
He ain't tardy.
No.
He ain't tardy.
Man, get the hell out.
I D plus.
Marlon.
I gotta go, guys.
Listen, first off,
No, you ain't going nowhere, John.
No, you should have fucking ain't going no damn well. First off, this motherfucker ain't been in the goddamn class long enough to get a goddamn assignment done, let alone get a goddamn grade. So he gets an F plus. God damn it.
Okay.
At least he got a plus in there.
Adam.
Yeah, a lot of. Well, actually, no, I take it back. More minuses.
Hey, John, Jason, you guys listening? Get your
F minus plus.
0% F minus.
He gets an F minus with a plus minus.
F minus. Thumbs down.
All right, I'm gonna give mine before John gives his. Mr. Leatherwood. This motherfucker needs to be sent back to college. That's where I'm at with it. We need to demote him a grade level and put him back
the classroom.
There.
Now
send him back to the Raiders.
In the classroom. I need him at work study some goddamn way.
It's an F.
Football.
It's an F. He needs a tutor. John.
The dorm room.
You guys are just mad. Leatherwood got more ass than all of you guys got in the city of Chicago. Okay, he got mono.
That's not true at all. Nope, that is not true.
Marlon, I'll give it to you. Marlon, I'll give you a head nod. I know what you can do, sir. But oh shit, I'm giving him an FF minus. Kick him off the team, man. I'm tired of playing around. I need life. I need something that works. I don't want to give Tevin Jenkins so much trouble because I really want to build something. And if he can be a guard, man, and hold it down, that's going to be a plus for one of the positions. And I hope Braxton Jones can get with it. But Leatherwood, God, man, I tried, buddy.
We
I tried.
We got John to convert, man.
Okay.
He's the damn light.
Jason, my buddy, my brother.
Jason ain't going.
Jason, my buddy, my brother. I can't roll with you on the Leatherwood.
Yeah, I said deep.
Jason.
I mean, he had some bright spots, but
Show me.
I think when he first came in, he showed off pretty good, and then he went down.
Listen, hey,
if we had to put his goddamn jersey on,
if we run the same linemen on this team like next year, which won't happen, but if it's the same ass fucking roster of linemen, I would like to see him back because fuck, we could try at least, but if we got all the money in the world, motherfucker, we need better.
Jason,
so get his ass out of here.
His bright spot was putting his goddamn knee pads and his goddamn shoulder pads.
And since I was targeted on this one, I want to say one last thing. I get bad. I wanted something to work. I didn't think that he was going to be Superman. I wanted something to work. I wanted to flip it and see what something could do. It didn't happen. So
listen,
it was more hopeful than anything.
Would be a great ass security guard at Soldier Field.
The best thing that Leatherwood did all year was catch fucking mono and not be on this goddamn team. That was the best thing he did all year. So
besides what, one touchdown? Well, Pringle got 2 touchdowns. I guess he did more than.
Couple things before we go. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. We will be back around free agency probably after the first wave, but who knows? We may just get a bug up our ass and decide we're going to roll early.
Mike, since it's the last one, Mike, let me ask one more question.
Quickly.
Come on, man, real quick.
Oh.
Can I get a letter grade from everybody or just a letter grade for Pringle? Byron Pringle.
Incomplete.
C minus.
He ain't even been out here. Incomplete like a motherfucker. He ain't
C
even
minus.
been here.
How can he go get incomplete by one more kid?
Let's go around the horn
like,
real
what,
quick. No talking. Just go around the horn. Give him your letter grade. Adam, what'd you say? C minus?
C minus.
Jason?
D.
Marlon?
Shit, I ain't giving him no letter grade. I'm giving his ass some goddamn homework to do. What the fuck? He gotta give me some homework to do to give him a goddamn grade. He got it incomplete like a motherfucker.
I'm pretty sure he's still got more yards than Claypool. Gil?
That's saying a lot.
No, he didn't.
I'll give him a C.
And touchdown.
For the Bears, with touchdowns, yes.
Okay.
Well, y'all bar said so goddamn.
I give him a C.
Oh, it's so high.
Okay, so I'm gonna give him.
You ain't giving him no goddamn.
Did he get 2 scores? 1 or 2 scores?
I'll give him a C minus, and it probably would be higher if he would have played a little bit more. I was actually hoping for a little bit more out of him. So a couple things since we're getting ready to go.
He's really good at doing donuts, though.
He is really.
That's
good
what I'm saying. They should have kept his ass in jail.
With a child in the car, right? Yeah.
Couple things since we're getting ready to go. Again, everybody, thank you for tuning in. We will be back. Keep an eye out for us around free agency and the draft. I want to point out the fact that John can no longer stick up for Leatherwood because he is on public record saying that Leatherwood sucks. And I want to point out the fact that Adam can't talk shit on Sanborn anymore because we got tape.
Yep.
So
listen,
or Pringle until he does something.
Mike,
wait till that motherfucker misses a tackle. Just wait till he misses a tackle.
Pringle's not going to be on the team next year. So
I have to ask this last question, Mike.
Sure, go ahead.
We can talk about this. So I want to get you guys' opinion on this. So what's the one prediction that we gave this season that we were wrong about? Just one. Everybody can go around the horn.
Leatherwood.
I'll go right now. I said 7 wins, and clearly that was a giant overstep.
That was me as well. That was me as well.
I said 8. I said 8.
I said we won't be the worst team in the league. So
I said 5 wins, and we come over 3. So
I said we will win 7. I said we will win 7 games.
Okay, I'm never wrong, so my answer is
get
nothing.
Your ass out of here.
Honestly. And I'm gonna put a little asterisk next to this. I was wrong on Justin Fields, but I'm still not 100% on Justin Fields, if that makes sense.
All right, progress. Again, ongoing. That works.
Yeah. So, all right. That's it for us tonight. We ran a little bit over. We appreciate everybody sticking with us. We will see you in a couple months or maybe sooner. You never know when we're going to decide we want to go live.
Bear down. Make sure you tune into the
That's
season
right. Bear
finale of
down.
the Minnesota
Bear the
Vikings.
fuck down. Make sure y'all
Tune into the best bear show.
Hey man, the
Oh,
best
I
bear
just
show
wanna
in
say
goddamn
something.
Miami.
Hey, Packers. There you go. Right here.
Nah, they can
Say
sit on the
goodbye,
fucking
Packers.
floor.
Jacket, man. Chicago.
Wait, there you go.
World,
Wait.
Go your
goddamn.
off season.
I got one more thing, and I
Actually,
want
Lions fans, you can sit here. Packers
I got
fans
one
can
more
sit on
thing
the
I wanted to
floor.
cut the music off for.
Vikings can sit in their goddamn attic somewhere.
One more thing I wanted to cut the music off for. Fuck you, Melvin.